rise again. It's time you realize that you could be a man. Cause strength is all about if you got a heart that takes the pain. You're only half of what you wear, and that's why Derby says that clothes don't make it the man.
But let's welcome Vivek Karunakaran to the mentoring session today. Vivek, the stage is all yours. Welcome, Vivek.
I'm super excited to be here. How are all of you guys doing? You can just say fabulous in that chat. So here we go. We're going to talk about what Derby has been putting out there, which says clothes don't make it a man. And what I have to share with you is, I think as much as clothes do make a man, it's also important for us to understand what breathes life into these clothes is us. I think without a person in it, I don't think a garment, however beautiful it is or whichever brand it is, comes to life, right? So it's extremely important for us to realize this most beautiful thing, that it is you who make the clothes look fabulous. My dream was to do something different. It was as simple as that. I come from a very normal middle-class family in Trivandrum, where my dad's an engineer, mom's a teacher, and they wanted me to become a doctor or an engineer, like any other parent in the 80s would have wanted their child to be. So I fought against all odds, and I convinced them that this is what I wanted to do with my life. And somehow I managed to get to wherever I am today. And there's a lot of hard work, blood and sweat that has gone into it. But it's been a beautiful journey where I have learned a lot of things through the course of this journey about being passionate about what you want to do. And I think that is what is perhaps the key to finding success somewhere down the lane. To be yourself, right? And I think this is something which will always remain very, very close to my heart, where I think it's important for all of us to be grounded and to be ourselves, and to have the foundation on what your values are built on to guide you towards where you move forward. How you present yourself is the most important perspective that a person has when they see you for the first time. So the impression that they have of you is how you turn out and how you are presenting yourself to them. So it is extremely important for us to be well turned out, as in, I would love to read out what Coco Chanel has said, where they say that dress shabbily and they remember the dress, and dress impeccably and they remember the woman. Well, this applies to men as well. But the point being that it is extremely important for us to be well turned out, understanding where we are going, what we are representing, and how you would like to present yourself. How many of you think that style is important? Why don't you just write in style in your chat box? All right. So I see a good number. Okay. Now, style is perhaps a way to say who you are without having to speak. Now, there are a lot of times where you look at someone and you admire someone because of the way they are turned out, right? Now, this is obviously without you having interacted with that person. without you having spoken to that person. But the whole point here is that the whole image that that person has put out there is so attractive, is and that makes you admire the person and want to go to the person. Now this is the power of style. With all that confidence, what makes something tick? It's a smile. A smile changes. It's as simple as a smile. Can you believe it? A smile changes the whole look that you have in you when you meet someone. It just breaks boundaries. It just makes everything more approachable and nicer. Very important words. One is comfort, the other is style. Now, unfortunately, I have to break the bad news that both of these seldom go together. But yes, we can arrive at a threshold where we can compromise a little bit either on style or comfort to arrive at a look which is both stylish and comfortable. And with all of that, I think it only comes to life if you're going to wear it with confidence, right? And I believe that confidence is the key to making you and what you're wearing and your whole style look super fabulous. So, confidence is the rule. How do I discover my style? For certain people, it comes from within, as in you would have already discovered it from wherever you are, given where you come from, your aesthetic, your sense of style, so far and so on. Who made your clothes, right? Under what conditions were your clothes made? Was it made locally? Did by buying that cloth, were you able to contribute towards someone in your locality or your city or your country where you have been able to be a part of their growth, right? This is why who made my clothes become extremely important, right? I think it's time where we all become a little more conscious and responsible about our buying. Quality over quantity, right? It is not just about buying 10 things with X amount that you have in your wallet, right? It's about buying the right things. It's about buying less. It is about choosing well, and it is about making it last. And that is how you become responsible, and that is how you are able to contribute. That is how you're able to give back towards making this world a better place, and to contribute towards the livelihood of someone who's worked tirelessly to make something beautiful for you. What is it that you're using? What is it that you're not using? Make two bunches. Whatever that you are using, put it aside, look at it again, and then organize it according to what I told you, relevant to, okay, this is something that I'm going to keep for my office. This is going to be something that I'm going to keep for my outings, wherever I go, and arrange whatever that you have valued for, that you want to keep aside. Whatever else that you think that you've not been using, move it out of your wardrobe, and either you can perhaps give it to someone who you think might have great value for what it is, or you can look at upcycling it in whichever way you can. Possibly upcycle the garment that you've already had. All of this, I feel that there is a certain sense of refinement that you are going to be able to bring, because when you now open your wardrobe, you obviously are not looking at a heap of clothes hanging in there, which makes you wonder, okay, what am I going to do, or what is it that I'm going to choose out of this whole bunch. The lesser you have, the easier it is to make a decision. The more you have, the more complicated it is. So it's in very simple words: refine your wardrobe, which in turn would refine your style, right? um, so I think we spoke about cleaning your closet, and go shopping consciously. I would encourage you to absolutely invest in local. Shop local. Um, you, by shopping local, you are helping some, or you are supporting someone live a dream. You are contributing towards a business that is homegrown. You are making a family of an artisan or a craftsman happy. This is the power of shopping local, right? I understand that you must be loving to buy brands, um, which are fabulous brands. No doubt they are fabulous. But do you understand that, by doing that, you are perhaps depriving a, depriving our own people of the happiness that they would have otherwise got out of the amount of time that they would have invested in something that they are passionate about and what they have created, which is just lying there, right? So even if you feel that you love that international brand that you would like to own, I would recommend that you know keep a little bit of your budget aside for buying something local and invest in that. I'm open to any questions that you have.
Nitish here.
Hi,
Hope you're
Nidhi.
doing well.
Good, thank you.
And your insights about supporting local artisans was just pure. I'm going to shop local from here after.
You're going to shop
And
local. Fabulous.
yeah. And so since the barriers have been breaking in fashion industry nowadays, what do you think about the plus size models? Do you think they're What are your insights about the plus size models? So since recently Adidas have not put up plus size models posters out there in foreign, I mean USA, so that they also feel better. So what are your insights about bringing plus size models in India?
I Okay. My perspective about this, Nitish, is the fact that um, there is nothing to bring them on. They were always there. It is just that we are
Okay,
opening our eyes wider right now. It is just that today we are more accepting. Today we are more okay with the fact that there are people who wear clothes who are bigger size. They were always there. The world had always people of all shapes, sizes, and proportions. It is just that today, the world that we live in, we are more connected to what is happening around the world. We have become more aware. The exposure that we have is as much that we understand and notice the importance of the equality that all of us should have from wherever that we come from, the tone of skin we have, the size that we are in, so far and so on. So this is my perspective, because I feel that every human in any form needs to be celebrated, right? And fashion is not for a model. Fashion is not for a good looker. Fashion is not for a certain person of a certain type. Fashion and style is for everyone, because I think that's what makes it interesting.
You inspired me a lot, sir, because I have my own style. But when I'm wearing the half t-shirt, I just got something that I'm thinking about, that what people are going to say about this, because I'm too lean. That I'm just becoming shy. What others are going to say about that. But you inspired me a lot. You said that go around. Don't think about what others saying. I'm really excited. I'm really motivated by you, sir. Thanks a lot. And I just want to ask a
Rufus,
question.
sorry, I'm gonna pause you there for 1 second to just add to something that that I've said earlier. Now, when I say that, don't think too much about what people are going to talk, necessarily doesn't mean that it gives us the license and the freedom to put anything and think that that's all right, because Vivek Karunakaran said so. I'm going to get beaten blue for that. So please don't do that. The
Yes.
whole idea of me telling you that was for you to understand what works on your body type best, what makes you look good, what makes you smile at yourself in front of the mirror, and then feel $1,000,000 about yourself, and then go out there into the world and not caring about what people think of that. That's what I mean.
Thank you.
Punana, I need to branding myself also. As my brand also I need to establish, as well as I need to develop my personal branding also.
Right.
Still, I am confusing whether I need to wear the same kind of dress. For example, if I remember someone means they said, okay, he will wear this dress. Okay, immediately they will wear my attire also, maybe.
Right.
Sometimes. Okay. So still I am confusing.
If I
whether
may
need,
ask you, what do you do, Tyagarajan?
I am running a cafe now.
Cafe. Okay. So see, just to make it very quick, you are in the business where you're going to be meeting a lot of people, right? A lot of people are going to walk into the cafe, and this is maybe for, good for everyone else who's listening as well, to just get a perspective on what I mean. Now, when someone walks into your cafe, and if I'm walking into your cafe, and if you are the owner of the cafe, and if I need to address something to the owner, I need to be able to visually understand who is the man in charge, right? Who is the person that I would need to go and walk up to and say, hey, I have a problem, or this is fabulous, or something like that. Now you need to think, what is it that you are going to do about how you're going to style yourself, which is going to make you be that person where I would want to walk up to you and connect with you.
Sure. So anyway, tomorrow and day after tomorrow, they are grooming session. Sure, we will decide within 2 days.
Right? You have a few tips.
Yes, thank you so much.
And I have a small question on the fabric side, sir.
Yep.
So
You're from Coimbatore, right?
Yeah, Coimbatore.
I knew this was coming.
Go ahead. So how to choose the correct fabric, sir? Because I was in Chennai for 4 or 5 years, so I had a fabric set with cotton like that. Then I moved to Bangalore for some time, but it was totally opposite to the weather what is there. So how to choose the common fabric which will be comfortable for our body?
Okay, so the question that I would have for you is that is there one medicine that you have for all the diseases?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So different diseases have different medicines. Similarly, different weather conditions would require for you to dress appropriately for each weather, right? The basic of this is that you essentially dress according to the weather conditions. Now, it's important for us to understand where we live, the weather conditions, and choose the right fabric and the attire accordingly. So what I was also trying to tell you is that, having said that, cotton is a great fabric which works across most parts of the country or even the world, right? Yeah. Blends of cotton is something that you can experiment with, relevant to the geographical location where you are. Blends of cotton and wool is something that you can experiment with. And the fabric properties of silk and wool is something that you can understand works better in a colder climate and lesser in a hotter climate, because you tend to sweat a lot and you feel more, warmer when you wear a silk or a wool, right? So having understood this, I think you invest in a wardrobe, keeping this fabric in mind and the weather conditions of wherever you're geographically located.
A lot of bachelors in the group.
Okay.
What could be the perfect dress for a first date?
Wow.
Could be helpful for bachelors.
Lovely question. So when is your date? You didn't tell us that.
No, I'm already married.
Oh, you're already married. Okay, you're asking for their sake, is it? All right. Okay, good one. Safe answer, Zain. Safe answer. So anyway, so I think you dress to impress, right? At your date. So I think that what was your question? Was your question about the color or what they should wear?
What is the perfect dress choice for a bachelor going on a first date?
Yeah, I think the perfect dress choice is for the person that you are than for it being a bachelor or whatever is your status, right? I think it is about, it goes back to every point that I spoke about, where it's about understanding your body type. It is about choosing the right color that works on you, that flatters you. It's about choosing the right fit, which is flattering. Obviously, you don't want to make a fool of yourself at your first date. You want to be at your best, right? So it's about understanding what is the best fit, what is the best look, what is the best style, what is the best color that looks good on you. And that starts, if you do not know that by now, I think it starts with either getting expert advice from a stylist or a designer, or experimenting, where you do that experiment and you arrive at wherever you are. And if you do not have too much time left, and if your date is in a hurry, you better call a stylist.
I am a risky guy. What type of color is suit for me, sir?
Krishnakant, so I think that for most people with dusky complexion, like, even I think all of us are in the same zone. I feel that, if you want to bring out yourself, I think the paler colors, the lighter colors, which kind of are more towards the pastel but not too feminine, in and around off-white, beige, cream, a pastel, pink, all of these colors around the pastel shade would look very, very nice, right?
No.
I would avoid going to anything which is too bright. When I say too bright, I would avoid doing neon, fluorescent, that palette of colors, right? I would do either deeper colors, which are the jewel tone colors, like a deep red, a deep blue, any of those shades, as well as pastels and your creams and ivories and beiges. Rather than going for something which is too bright,
Okay.
right? And black is a no-brainer.
I'm simply loving this session, Vivek. Thank you so much. I think it's been very enlightening. It's beautiful, the points that you put forth. Yes, very much, Vivek. Thank you.
Thanks, Vijay. Good to see you.
Same here.
Thank you, Vijay. Thank you.
Thank you.